So we rang the bell in one flat. The man opened the door and he said, Hare Krishna. And he invited us to the house. And he said, I read Bhagavad Gita 10 times. I'm so happy to meet you. So we spoke with him, and we invited him to join the Brahmacharya ashram in Moscow. So next week he went with us on the flight. It takes 9 hours from this island to Moscow, 9 hours flight. So he joined Brahmacharya ashram, and for 10 years he was distributing books very nicely. Bhagavad Gita is his favorite book. His name is Thakur Mahashaya Das, and he read Bhagavad Gita up to now 250 times. Every time he finished Bhagavad Gita, he start again. He loves this book so much. He's saying, oh, do you know, I finished to read Bhagavad Gita, but I started again because I cannot stop. It's such a nice book. How many of you have read Bhagavad Gita 200 times? 100 times? 50 times? 20 times? 10 times? Oh. Very nice, very nice. So, if you have not read Bhagavad Gita 100 times, you have to read it again. You should not stop. Because this knowledge is very deep. And you cannot go deep just by reading one time. You have to read it again, again, again. Then you will go deep. This is the process to understand Bhagavad Gita, that one has to read, one has to serve, and one has to pray to Krishna, please reveal this knowledge. Because this knowledge can be revealed only by the mercy of the Vaishnavas and Krishna. That's why Prithu Maharaj, he approached 4 Kumaras, because without the blessing of a spiritual master, one cannot understand spiritual knowledge. That's why when Rupa Goswami is describing the process of devotional service, he begins with Adau Gurvashrayam. One has to approach a spiritual master. So, one has to approach spiritual master, one has to inquire for him, one has to serve, and then by the mercy of a spiritual master, this knowledge will be revealed by the mercy of Krishna. And because this knowledge is so important, we also have to distribute this knowledge. We can preach to our family members. We can preach to our friends. We can preach to the people on the street. One can go to some college, university for preaching. Day before yesterday, I went with Amrita Gaur Prabhu to college. There was a big audience, but only 50 students was there at the beginning. And then came vice president of this college, and he saw that not so many people are there, so he was hearing for some time. Then he came out, and so many students started to come. And after some time, there were like 150 students were there.
150?
Yes. 150. And they were hearing very attentively. Amrita Gaur Prabhu can keep attention for 1 hour. And then he gave to everybody Bhagavad Gita. And he started to explain the 3rd chapter. From verse 36, there is a description how one can overcome lust. He was showing slides on the screen and he was explaining this. So everybody became very inspired. Then we had some kirtan. And everybody got a plate of prasadam. So they became very inspired, and 90 students, they took Bhagavad Gita. So we can preach in different places. We can start from our family members. Because in India you have big families, like 100 relatives. So you can distribute 100 Bhagavad Gitas to your family members. Then some friends, neighbors. And so on. So now Bhagavad Gita marathon has started. Yesterday I was giving class in Punjabi Bhag, and they targeting 3 lakhs of Bhagavad Gita. What is the target for your temple? Do you have? Very nice. 50,000. Temple construction? Yes. You can also distribute books to the sponsors. Every sponsor should get at least 1 Bhagavad Gita. If they are becoming inspired, they can get Bhagavad Gitas also for their employees. But even if you can distribute one Bhagavad Gita, you should take this opportunity.
अगर आप सिर्फ एक भगवद गीता विमान डिस्ट्रीब्यूट कर सकते तो आपको भी वो मौका छोड़ना नहीं चाहिए.
Because if a person is getting a book, his life will not be the same.
अगर कोई व्यक्ति किसी को अगर ये भगवद गीता या पुस्तक प्राप्त होती है तो उसका जीवन फिर वैसा नहीं रह जाएगा.
For millions of life, one was going away from Krishna. Millions of lives.
बहुत लाखों लाखों जन्मों से वो कृष्ण से दूर जा रहे थे.
But when one is getting Bhagavad Gita, he is turning 108 degrees and starts his way back to Godhead.
और जैसे वे भगवद गीता लेंगे तो वो 180 डिग्री का टर्न लेकर वापस कृष्ण की तरफ जाना शुरू कर देंगे.
So for this person, this moment when he is getting Bhagavad Gita, it's the greatest mahotsav through millions of lives.
तो ऐसे व्यक्ति के लिए जिसको उस जिस क्षण से भगवद गीता प्राप्त होगी बहुत ही बड़ा महोत्सव होगा उसके लाखों लाखों जीवन के बीच लाखों लाखों जीवन काल में.
For us it may be not so important. Oh, one more person took the book, but for him it's the biggest event in the millions of lives.
हमारे लिए ये छोटी सी बात हो सकती है कि हाँ एक और व्यक्ति की गीता ले ली, पर उस व्यक्ति के लिए व्यक्ति की जो लाखों लाखों जीवन काल में उसके लिए बहुत बड़ा ये क्षण होगा.
One book can completely change the life of a person.
एक किताब जो है किसी व्यक्ति की पूरी जिंदगी चेंज कर सकती है.
This summer I was distributing books in the middle part of Russia. It's called Urals.
तो गर्मियों में मैं रशिया के जो मध्य में उरल जो प्रदेश है वहाँ पर गया था किताबें बांटने के लिए.
And I came to one office that I visited this office 10 years ago, and the boss took small set like 6 books 10 years ago.
तो लगभग 10 साल पहले मैं इस ऑफिस में गया था. वहाँ पर जो अधिकारी थे उन्होंने 10 एक बॉक्स लिया था 10 भगवद गीता का.
I came to the boss. It was same person. So I asked him, how did you like the books? And I showed him the books. You took from me these books 10 years ago.
तो मैंने उन्हें किताब दिखाई. मैंने उनसे पूछा कि आपने 10 साल पहले ये किताब दी थी, आपको कैसा लगा?
The boss said, I had very bad experience with these books.
तो उस बॉस ने बताया कि मेरे को बहुत ही बुरा एक्सपीरियंस हुआ है किताबों से.
My son, his wife, and their children all became Hare Krishna devotees. I was trying to stop them, but they ran away to Indonesia from me. Now they are staying in Bali. And when I came to Vrindavan this year, I met his son. He was in Vrindavan for Kartik and he did Dandavat Parikra around Govardhan. He is very happy that he became devotee. So even one book can change the life of many people. So if we have 1 minute and we can approach one person, we should do this. We should not think, what is the use, just I will distribute one book. No, we have to do this. Okay, if someone has questions. Srila Prabhupada started his preaching from the place that was completely dominated with mode of ignorance.
रूपा जी ने जब अपना प्रचार कार्य शुरू करा तो ऐसे ऐसी जगह से शुरू करा था जहाँ तमोगुण का बहुत ही प्रबल राज था.
Because he wanted to prove that bhakti yoga is such powerful process that can uplift even the persons who are completely in the mode of ignorance.
तो ये लोग प्रभुपाद जी प्रूव भी करना चाहते थे कि भक्ति योग से तमोगुण वाले व्यक्ति को उठाया जा सकता है.
When Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur sent his disciples to London, they were preaching only to the highest part of the society.
भक्तिसिद्धांत सरस्वती महाराज अपने शिष्यों को लंदन भेजा था तो उन्होंने सिर्फ उच्च वर्ग को प्रचार करने का प्रयास किया.
But they did not got success.
पर उन्हें ज़्यादा सफलता प्राप्त नहीं हुई.
But Srila Prabhupada came to the lowest part of society.
श्रील प्रभुपाद सबसे निम्न वर्ग के पास गए प्रचार करने के लिए.
Because this process of bhakti yoga is so powerful.
क्योंकि भक्ति योग का जो प्रोसेस बहुत ही ज़्यादा शक्तिशाली है.
And Srila Prabhupada started with a simple program. He was chanting kirtan.
और प्रभुपाद जी का जो प्रोग्राम बहुत ही सिंपल था, वो कीर्तन किया करते थे.
His first classes were very short, maybe 10-15 minutes.
और 10 से 15 मिनट की क्लास लिया करते थे.
Because these people, they were not able to understand. They were completely intoxicated with drugs.
तो क्योंकि ये जो लोग होते थे वो ज़्यादा समझ नहीं पाते थे क्योंकि वो नशे में होते थे.
But they liked very much kirtan.
उन्हें कीर्तन बहुत अच्छा लगता था.
They were completely in ecstasy with kirtan.
उन्हें बहुत दिव्य आनंद का की अनुभूति होती थी कीर्तन.
So he was chanting, and at some point he understood that they are hungry people.
तो उन्होंने इस प्रकार से कीर्तन किया और फिर एक पॉइंट पर उन्हें समझ आया कि ये लोग भूखे भी हैं.
And Srila Prabhupada did not have money.
प्रभुपाद जी ज़्यादा लक्ष्मी भी नहीं होती थी.
He was getting money only when he was distributing these books. He had this first canto in 3 volumes.
तो जो भी लक्ष्मी उनके पास आती थी वो अपने जो पहले स्थान की जो 3 भाग थे उनको वितरित करके मिलती थी.
So when he was successful and he was distributing like one set, he was getting some money and he was buying boga, and he started to cook simple prasadam, rice, dal, chapati.
तो जब वो एक सेट को वितरित कर लेते थे तो उससे जो लक्ष्मी आती थी उससे वो भोगा खरीदते थे और उस भोगा से वो प्रसाद वितरित करते थे. सिंपल प्रसाद होता था राइस दाल चपाती.
And he started to invite these young people for prasadam.
और उन्होंने इन नवयुवकों को इनवाइट करना शुरू करा इस प्रसाद के लिए.
Although he was 70 years old, he was personally buying boga, then he was personally cooking, then he was personally distributing prasadam, then he was personally washing the floors, then he was personally washing the pots, plates.
जबकि वो 70 साल के थे तो खुद ही जाकर भोगा खरीदते थे, खुद ही कुकिंग करते थे, खुद ही प्रसाद बांटते थे, खुद ही उसकी प्लेटें और सारे बर्तन वगैरह धोते थे.
How many of you want to taste prasadam cooked by Srila Prabhupada personally? Hare Krishna. Yes, it's very powerful prasadam. And they were taking prasadam that was cooked by Srila Prabhupada personally. All first devotees, they joined, they were fed by Srila Prabhupada personally. He was not only a spiritual master for them, that he became a father for them. He was taking so much care for them. So, in the same way, we should take care of the people that join. When the person is getting so much love, he is becoming inspired. So, Srila Prabhupada gave us simple program, kirtan, prasad, some philosophy. and it purifies very much.
और ये बहुत ही ज़्यादा शुद्धिकरण करती है.
So if we will follow this program, we would become purified and we would help others to become purified.
अगर हम इस प्रोसेस को फॉलो करें तो हमसे हमारा शुद्धिकरण होगा और दूसरों को भी शुद्ध करेंगे.
Also, Srila Prabhupada gave us sadhana
और प्रभुपाद जी ने हमें साधना भी दी है.
to wake up early,
सुबह जल्दी उठना चाहिए.
to attend Mangalarati,
आरती अटेंड करना चाहिए.
to chant with devotees.
भक्तों के संग जपा करना चाहिए.
In the 7th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, chapter 14, verse 32, it is said that if one performs devotional service in the place where there are installed deities and where they are worshipped with love and devotion, the devotional service is increasing 1,000 times the effect of devotional service.
तो सातवें स्कंद के 14वें चैप्टर में 32वें श्लोक बताया गया है कि अगर कोई विग्रह की स्थापना करके भक्ति भाव से उनकी सेवा करता है तो उनकी भक्ति 1000 गुना बढ़ती है.
So, if you are chanting one round here as in temple, it's like 1,000 rounds at your home.
तो अगर आप मंदिर में आकर एक माला जप करते हैं तो आपके घर पर ये 1000 माला के बराबर होगा.
So it's very auspicious to come to the temple and to chant together with devotees.
इससे बहुत ही पावन है कि आप मंदिर में आकर भक्तों के संग जप करें.
So we have to use this opportunity. It will increase the speed of our progress 1,000 times.
तो हमें इस मौके का फायदा उठाना चाहिए और अपनी जो आध्यात्मिक स्पीड है, अपनी आध्यात्मिक गति की स्पीड है उसे 1000 गुना बढ़ाना चाहिए.
Thank you so much for coming over here. You are giving us your precious time. And I have heard a lot about you that you have distributed Srila Prabhupada books in your lifetime so far. So I would like to hear from you what's the mentality there, what the mentality we should have while going out and distributing the books. What should be the mindset?
तो प्रोजेक्ट का प्रश्न है कि मैंने आपके बारे में तुम्हारा धन्यवाद ध्यान देने के लिए और अपना समय देने के लिए. मैंने आपके बारे में बहुत सुना कि आपने पूरे जीवन पुस्तक वितरित किया है. तो मैं ये जानना चाहता हूँ कि आपका किस प्रकार का दृष्टिकोण माइंडसेट रहता था पुस्तकों को वितरित करते हुए.
Sankirtan Yagya is a very powerful process. It increases purification many times. So at the beginning stages we can be inspired just by this, that I will become purified very fast.
संकीर्तन जो प्रोसेस है वो बहुत ज़्यादा शुद्ध करने वाला है. इसलिए प्रारंभिक अवस्था में हमें यही सोचना चाहिए कि इससे मेरा शुद्धिकरण बहुत तेजी से होगा.
Because when one is joining the movement, he is under the influence, usually under the influence of ignorance, passion, and he feels that he has to become purified, and the Sankirtan is a very powerful process. It increases purification many times.
तो जब कोई घर पर होता है तो वो ज़्यादातर वो तमोगुण या रजोगुण के प्रभाव में होता है. पर जब संकीर्तन में आता है तो उसके लिए शुद्धिकरण कर पाना बहुत आसान होता है.
Then one is progressing on this path, and he is accepting spiritual master, accepting his mission, and he can feel that I have to satisfy my spiritual master, I have to thank Srila Prabhupada by doing this Sankirtan.
तो जब वो आध्यात्मिक प्रगति करता है तो अपने गुरु की शरण लेते हैं, गुरु के मिशन को अपनाते हैं और वो प्रयास करते हैं कि प्रभुपाद तुम्हें प्रसन्न करना चाहते हो इस संकीर्तन के माध्यम से.
So he is doing this just to satisfy his spiritual master.
तो वो ये करते हैं अपने स्पिरिचुअल मास्टर, अपने आध्यात्मिक गुरु को प्रसन्न करने के लिए.
And when one is progressing more, and becomes completely purified, and he is feeling great love of Godhead, he is overwhelmed with his love, he just wants to share this love with everyone.
और व्यक्ति जब वो बहुत और सारा ज़्यादा प्रगति कर लेता है, काफ़ी हद तक शुद्ध हो जाता है, तो फिर वो इस प्रेम को और लोगों के साथ बांटना चाहता है.
So when one has a lot of something, he has this mentality that I should share this. It's very nice, I have to share this.
तो उसकी मेंटालिटी होती है कि मेरे को ये जो ज्ञान है सभी लोगों के साथ बांटना चाहिए.
Compassion is a natural condition of a pure soul. When one has overwhelmed with his love and he sees they are just suffering without this love, he wants to share this love.
तो compassion जो है वो एक आत्मा का गुण है. तो एक साधक को जरूर मतलब दूसरों को देखते हुए कि वो कितने बुरी स्थिति में है, उनको प्रचार करना चाहिए, उनको ये हिदायत करनी चाहिए.
At the same time, we can become inspired just to satisfy spiritual master.
और उसी समय साथ ही साथ हमें अपने स्पिरिचुअल आध्यात्मिक गुरु को प्रसन्न करने के लिए भी कुछ करना है.
And also we are feeling great purification by doing this. So all the three motives are present.
तो इसी के साथ साथ हमारा अपना शुद्धिकरण भी होगा.
One practical problem I face always while distributing books, sometimes it's not possible to remain in the balanced position. Sometimes we meet some people who are welcoming us by heart. They invite us into their homes, like you told in the lecture that one devotee was there in the island and she invited you into her home. So sometimes it happens